Welcome back to the channel. You know me, it's that MIC Craig, aka Mr. Impact, back here on the Mr. Impact Craig YouTube channel. Welcome back to this preview for tonight's TNA Impact on Access TV and TNA Plus for everyone else. We have NXT, we have the last two qualifiers for the Ultimate X at Emergence, we have 6-person tag match, and we have the return of the Hardys. But before we get into any of that, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe, follow me here, there, and everywhere. Really helps towards just boosting this channel, boosting the algorithm, get more people, get more eyes on the channel. In turn, gets more eyes on TNA. It all goes to the greater good. And just before we kick off, if you follow me on social media, you know I'm starting to do more content, including some mental health interviews, discussions, whatever you want to call them, with you. If pro wrestling has helped your mental health in any way, I want to hear about it. Let's talk about it. It's important to share these things, to let people know who maybe aren't sure that there's people out there who've gone through the same things. It's important to talk about these things. So drop me a message, comment here, whichever you want to do, and we'll sort something out and get you on. We'll just discuss it, because it's important to talk. It really is important to talk about these things. Also, dropping for Sunday. Let's go Sunday morning. More content this time based around the American independent scene, starting with the Wrestling Revolver doubleheader this Saturday. Previews and reviews to come for that. Maybe some special guests. But without any further ado, let's kick things off. And we'll go into the first match of the night. It is the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham, taking on NXT's No Quarter Catch Cruise, Charlie Dempsey, the current holder of the Heritage Cup. I refuse to say Heritage Cup Championship because it's silly. Gresham and Dempsey. Dempsey's back. Cool. I like it. I like Dempsey. Banger incoming. Banger incoming. I mean, this is just going to be a technical wrestling match, isn't it? And it's going to be excellent. Looks like we're still getting the old Jonathan Gresham. You know, the Octopus, the pure wrestler Jonathan Gresham, not this weird octopus character, which I did like, but it just seems to have vanished. I'm thinking maybe it's like Great Muta Kajimoto, yeah, I have said that right, or a TJP Manic thing, or Finn Balor Demon thing. But I'd be down for that, but it's just a bit confusing when, with no warning, it's just Jonathan Gresham again. It's just Gresham. He's a wrestler again. He's the pure guy. He's all that good stuff. I like that Gresham, but doesn't really explore his character range all that well, does it? Like I said, he's facing off against Charlie Dempsey from NXT. I'm into it, you know, because Dempsey is a legitimate star of NXT, and we don't get a lot of them, if we're being completely honest here. We've got a current champion in NXT, although when this was filmed he wasn't a current champion, but he's a current champion now. He's the holder of the Heritage Cup. Hey, you know, if we get more Dempsey on the show, I'm not mad at it. I'm sick of saying how I feel about this NXT and everything. I'm sure you're sick of hearing it. So let's just try and enjoy this for what it is. Imagine it's just Dempsey sticking around for a little bit. This would be the third week straight we've had someone from NXT on the program. And again, I'm not mad. I had Dante Chen 2 weeks ago, had Riley Osborne last week, and now we've got the return of Charlie Dempsey from the Ren Quarter Catch Crew. Should be a great match. I actually can't wait for this one. I'm a big fan of technical wrestling. And these two are two of the best. Let's be very real here. Two of the best. Dempsey is just. It's pretty clear the influence of his character, being a second generation superstar and all that good stuff. So I'm excited to see what these two can do. I'm assuming this is the first time they faced off against each other. I hope it is, because I want to see this match, but it must be, right? I can't imagine these two would cross paths beforehand. So it should be a fun one. Then let's go over to the qualifying match for the Ultimate X at Emergence. We have the king of TNA, Frankie Kazarian, taking on Hammerstone, taking on Kushida. Again, banger incoming. Kazarian, obviously we know he's... Can we call Kazarian the king of the X Division? He's certainly in the conversation, at least. So it goes well for Kazarian. Obviously, his aim is to qualify, win the title, and then immediately cash in for Option C, like he did a few years ago when he beat Matt Bailey at Bound for Glory. 3 years ago, I think now. When he's contracted AEW star. It should be good. I would like to see Hammerstone in the Ultimate X just to see how he fares. I think that's how I might go with it, It's probably going to be Kazarian. But I wouldn't be against them going for Hammerstone in this match. Obviously Kushida as well, former winner, as well as Kazarian of Ultimate X as well. So it could genuinely go either way. Like, all three of these could fit in that match and make it a bigger match. It's already stacked as it is with Mike Bailey, got Zachary Wentz, got Riley Osborne, and Ace Austin. I'll get the graphic up. You'll see the graphic here. I'm pretty sure it's Ace Austin. I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong. I'll see the graphic anyway. It should be great. It should be really good. Three kind of different styles. Although you've got a strong style Kushida, but can do what the fuck he wants. Kazarian again can do what the fuck he wants, and Hammerstone, no one's gonna stop him from doing what he wants. I'm here for it. Next up, we have Knockouts action as one half of the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, Alicia Edwards, takes on the Demon Assassin Rosemary. Should be fine. Probably going to get some shenanigans because of the announcement of the Knockouts six knockout tag match for Emergence, as Jordan Grace and Spitfire, Danny Luna and Jody Threat take on the Militia and Ash by Elegance. Six knockout action. But I'm not a fan of this match. Maybe it should be really good. It should be good. On paper, it doesn't do a lot for me. Who knows why? Can't have anything to do with that. Alicia's a good heel. But wrestling, that sounds harsh. Alicia's a very good character, and maybe doesn't necessarily need to be the best in ring. And we've got Rosemary. We just love Rosemary. Then we have the second of two Ultimate X qualifiers for the Ultimate X at Emergence for the X Division Championship. Unless I'm mistaken, this is 3 returns but 2 have been away a lot longer. So we have the return of the former digital media champion, Laredo Kid. I don't think he's been seen since Victory Road. No, it would have been hard to Rebellion, where he lost. AJ Francis. So no, before that, he lost to AJ Francis ages ago. Haven't been seen since. Against obviously the 2 bigger returns, we have the J Vidal against the returning Bhupinder Gujjar. They've been away for a long old time. I can't remember the last time I saw these 2 in TNA. I mean, it would have been the Shawntourage for Jay. So when he was fired by Giselle, so that might have been it. Bhupinder, I think he's had an explosion match in the last 4 months. I don't think Jay Vidal has been in the company since it changed to TNA. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Jay Vidal's been in the company since it changed to TNA. That's interesting. But I'm liking this. It's an opportunity for someone who hasn't been featured in a long time. I would have liked to have seen Leon Slater part of this match, or part of a qualifying match. I don't know what's happening with Leon. Maybe... Obviously, there's been a lot of travel issues because we're in the final season of Planet Earth. So there's been a lot of internet downage of the internets. The internets have gone away. It disappeared. So we've got Laredo Kid, Jay Vidal, and Bhupinder Gujjar in triple threat match. It should be fun. If we're going off recently who I can see winning this match, I'm gonna pick Laredo Kid. I just feel like since he was the last digital So Laredo Kid beat Crazy Steve, I believe it was at Rebellion, and at a TV taping before or after. Laredo lost it to AJ Francis, who has also lost it to PCO, and is probably going to lose to Matt Cardona at Emergence. But it hasn't been announced yet. Speaking of Matt Cardona, he is in 6-person tag team action tonight. The team he'll be facing, along with Steph DeLander and Vacant, it will be... So it's Matt Cardona, Steph DeLander, and TBA against the digital media and international wrestling heavyweight champion, one of the 2, PCO or Pico, against Rhino and Zara Brookside. I'm hoping it's a genuine surprise of who this 3rd person is for this team. Maybe it's the person who helped hold PCO down to take him out with Matt Cardona after on the honeymoon of Steph DeLander and PCO. This is the first time a husband and wife have been on the opposite teams in a match, but they're still married. I don't think I've seen this very often. At least still happily married. I mean, I think before Cardona got injured, this was supposed to... the whole thing between PCO and... between Steph DeLander and Jordan Grace, Matt Cardona was supposed to be involved in that. I'm sure of it. That would have led off to PCO versus Matt Cardona, which would have eventually led to this match anyway, coming up at Emergence. That hasn't been announced, but going off previous experience as a wrestling fan, there's a good chance there's going to be PCO and Matt Cardona for the Digital Media Championship and the International Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. So, make of that what you will. There should be some shenanigans at least, because it's Matt Cardona. Indie God, the Deathmatch King and Queen, and back in a TNA ring. Have they teamed together on TNA? I don't think so. Could be wrong. Again, I'm sure all you smart people out there will know. I should have done some research, really, shouldn't I? Hey, how we move. Six person tag team action. PCO, Rhino, and Zara Brooks starting against Matt Cardona, SDL, and TBA. Next, let's move it on to the main event. We have the system. Not officially, okay. So it's Moose and the JDC, Johnny Dango Curtis. Do I need to keep saying Johnny Dango Curtis anymore? Like, I'm sure we know by now because they've made it very clear who it is. But it's Moose and JDC. Technically, Moose is the system's Moose against JDC. What do they call him? I don't know. It's basically like trying to make it the unpredictable along those things. I forget. I don't pay much attention to JDC if I'm honest. Against the returning Matt and Jeff Hardy. Creatures, mount up. Yep, it's Return of the Hardys. After Jeff was taken out in Philly just before Slammiversary. After the chair shot to the chair to the throat of Jeff. So Hardys are back. Looks like they're going to Bound for Glory at least because they've been on the poster and part of the meet and greet for Bound for Glory. But if you watched the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy's podcast, it seems as though the Hardys want to, when they're done with TNA, they want to finish their career in WWE. Haven't got a problem with that. It's the company that made them. Right? So, it's fair. Just hope it's not, and I just hope it isn't the same run that the Dudleys got when in their last run in WWE. I can't. They need. Cause I bet at the same time, what's really left for them to do? They didn't win the AEW tag team titles because I don't think Tony Khan was that interested. That's it's what it is. But I'm excited to see the Hardys back. No, big fan of the Hardys. I mean, you can see Jeff, but there. Brother Nero, I knew you'd come. Predicting a Hardys win here, because in the next week's the Go Home show for Emergence. I imagine we'll get an announcement after the show is aired tonight of a 8-man tag of the System, Moose, Myers, Eddie, and JDC against the Hardys, Mike Santana, and Joe Hendry. Would like to see an 8-man hardcore war. I think that'll make it a bit more interesting. If that is the direction they're going, because Ace Austin's in the Ultimate X, so the tag titles can't be defended. So I think we'll go for an 8-man war on this one. We got Nemeth versus Josh in an hour-long Iron Man match. I'd like to see an 8-man war, hardcore war. It'll be fun. But Joe Henry can't get too battered up because he's got to go challenge for the NXT Championship in Denver 2 days later. So, alright. But there we have it. Let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to seeing. Let me know what content you want to see on this channel. Obviously, I put a poll out a couple days ago, and I will be covering more American independence, starting with the Wrestling Revolver this weekend. I'll do a little bit of GCW as well, because there's a lot of shows going on this weekend on Triller TV, Fight Plus, whatever you call it. So, yeah, I'll do more going forward. Just any independent wrestlers, no matter where they're based, if you want to see me interview them or If you want co-hosts, again, just let me know, and I'll try my best to sort something. So just, like I said, just comment what you're looking forward to seeing. Just comment anything. It really helps. It really does. I cannot stress how much it helps. So yeah, I guess we'll wrap this up. Follow me here, there, and everywhere. As I said earlier, the mental health discussions, drop me a message and we'll figure something out. And yeah, appreciate you all. Follow me here and everywhere. Like, share, support wrestling. Until next time, I've been that MIC. Goodbye, my friends.